So, The Promised Neverland is finally over, and I mean finally over. This season had so much controversy, coming from like how bad people have been trashing it, and how trash they've been saying it's been, and all of that. So in this video, I'm gonna explain the reason why The Promised Neverland Season 2 turned out to be the way it is, and the reason why it was bad. I'm gonna go into details into why. Just know none of this is like confirmed. This is all just speculation and me just coming up with stuff that I think is the reason why it was bad. Because, you know, right now we have nothing now until the mangaka or Cloverwork comes out and says something. So let's get, also later in the video I'm gonna talk about my final opinion on The Promised Neverland. So if you're a subscriber, a current subscriber that's been here for a long time, then you know how I feel, and this will be my last Promised Neverland video. If you know, you know. So yeah, let's get out the way. So the first reason I would bring up to say why the season got started off being bad and all that, and why it was bad, is Koga. Koga, of course, I'm pretty sure played a big factor, mainly because they're in Japan. They're dealing with stuff just like how we are. If you saw the Smash live stream earlier this month, when Sakurai was by himself saying he had to be by himself because cases were going up, so you know more than likely that played a big factor, along with the budget probably being too small. And that probably caused, because you know, if we would have went to Goldie Pond, there more than likely would have been like a lot of more voice actors they need, especially because you have people like Violet and everybody, the whole Goldie Pond crew, everybody, because there would have been way too many people. And I feel like that would have, their budget would have been super high, and that would have cost them too much money. So those are like kind of two reasons, and they're like two in one kind of, because like Corona and the budget. And also there's another reason why the budget was probably small. Cloverwork this season was working on 3 anime. 3 of them, and 2 of them have crispy, crazy animation. One of them is Wonder Egg Priority. If you're not watching that, you need to watch that right now. That anime is fire, flames. It's super good. Like, the story's good, the animation is beautiful, and you can tell that they put majority of their work into that. And there's also Homia, whatever it is, Homia, however you say it exactly. I forgot exactly how you say it, but you know, the one with the love. It's another love story type of one, give or take. It's one of those type of rom-com, kind of not. But yeah, they had both of those, and both of those have good stories and animation, so you can tell that their money went towards those 2 mainly, because those are newer ones and not really Promised Neverland. Even though it's weird why they would do that, because like, why would you do that? That's super weird. You should have not done that at all, because you should know one of them, Promised Neverland, had more hype than the other 2. The other 2 were just newer anime coming in, but Promised Neverland should have had way more hype than those 2, but sadly they didn't put the budget with that. And I honestly don't think the mangaka was honestly ever working on this, because I don't think he would have agreed for some of the stuff that went on with this season, because there's a lot of dumb stuff that went on, especially that last episode. I don't think he was, because you can tell, because like if you saw episode 10 had nobody as a credited as a writer, because like this was a shit fest. I'm sorry, it really was. There's no way he was part of this. There's no way he agreed. I say the first 3 episodes he was there and he agreed, and then he probably left or something. But or he or she, I don't remember. Is it a he? I don't remember. He or she, I mean. So the manga, that's, I mean, my bad. So I'm not really sure if they were there or what, but if they were, there's no way they agreed to this at all, bruh. Because I would be big mad if I literally saw that last episode in my masterpiece of like manga, even though it's not really a masterpiece, but you know what I mean. Just like my life work, something I've been working on, putting my craft in and all that, and just like turn out the way it did. I know there are people that enjoyed it, but speaking from like a manga perspective, it was a shit anime. I'm sorry, really. Even from anime only, it kind of was, but it depends on what you like in anime, so it really just depends. Like, another reason why they could have done this is because like the fan response from the manga ending, because you know a lot of fans were upset because of the manga ending. In my opinion, the manga ending wasn't that bad. It was more like, it added more stakes to it, showing just showing that life is not fair. Just because you ask for something, you want to get this promise, means something's going to get took away. That's all it was. Like, to me, it was kind of something like that. I can go into detail one day if somebody wants to really know, but that's pretty sure they saw the response to that, and then they're like, oh, so let's try and make our own ending some type of way, and that could have been it. And I honestly think they knew from the start they weren't going to make any more seasons for The Promised Neverland, and they just knew, so they're just like, yeah, we're going to cram everything to 11 episodes and be done with it. Because I mean, the crazy thing is, like, Cloverwork actually has done a lot of good anime. If you search up what anime they've done a lot of good anime that have good animation. Just like, why did this look the way it did? Because like, if you see the queen looks like a toothpick and looks super weird, bro. It was super weird. So the final reason I have, which honestly I think is like a big reason that could have like went to the reason why this was kind of not, is I blame Shonen Jump, because they rushed the mangaka. Because you can tell towards after Goldie Pond and actually after the escape arc, that manga starts picking up, going super fast, and a lot of stuff just gets unexplained and changes and all that. And that's when the manga starts to go downhill and not be as good as it could have been, because they were rushing him. They didn't rush the mangaka. I more than likely think that the manga would have ended sometime late 2020 or early 2021, because there's a lot of stuff that needed to be filled in, like stuff from Lambda, more of like the poison, we needed more stuff towards the ending, a lot more explained, like a lot of stuff needed to be more explained, a lot of the Raftel, the queen, the nobles, all that. We needed more stuff explained and fleshed out more. And I think that more than likely would have happened, especially like with Isabella, because you saw we got them special one shots towards the end of the, like when the manga was already done a few months, and then like they started putting like one shot, like stuff like that. I think we needed, and that would have helped out. So with Shonen Jump not letting the manga finish the way they should have let finish, like how they've been doing like with stuff like Demon Slayer. I mean, not even Demon Slayer, they rushed Demon Slayer, like stuff like My Hero and One Piece. They would have done it like that, they would have been fine, because you can tell Shonen Jump kind of is struggling right now. They are, because they're struggling for another big title, because you got Demon Slayer gone, We Never Learn is gone, and Promised Neverland are gone. Those are like some of the big manga they had, and now they're just struggling for titles, because like, yes, you have stuff like Spy Family, but that more is like part of a different part of Shonen Jump. It's not really the main one. And yes, it's on the Shonen Jump app there you can read, but just know they don't have like no crazy big ones, because you can see they've been pushing a lot of new manga on there, like in their book. Just know that they've been doing that a lot. But yeah. So to me, those are like the main reasons why I think that the anime turned out the way it did, because those are just little ones. Right now it's just all speculation and me just putting stuff there. But yeah, if you enjoyed right now, hey, you can keep watching if you really. So yeah, this is gonna end the section of like the reason why the Promised Neverland turned the way it did and why it was bad or whatever. So if you don't want to watch no more, hey, you can click off now. But now I'm gonna go on my little rant about how I feel about the anime and my final thoughts and all that. So yeah, if you want to leave, you can leave now. Hey, you can like, subscribe, comment, all that. But yeah, now we're about to enter the section of how I feel about this anime and my final thoughts, because like I said earlier, hey, I'm done talking about the Promised Neverland after this unless something crazy happens. So let's get into this season, bro. So I had a lot of hope going into this season, like a lot of hope, like so much hope. Like if you see my episode when I did like the one from 4 when I was mad, like super mad because of the way they went, the direction they decided to go in, bro, I still had hope in that video, because it was only 4 episodes, and like there were a lot of people that commented on there tomorrow, oh, it was only 4 episodes, I'll wait till the season finish and all that, and like you're overreacting. And you had people just like throwing hate stuff at me and all that and telling me like, get a script, your video sucks, all that blah blah blah. And I was like, one, do y'all realize this is just me putting my thoughts out, and what do I need a script for if I'm just putting my thoughts out? I can't just like speak my mind without needing a script. Like that video was not like some super like high-tech video that needed like all this super in-depth stuff. It was just a video of me putting my thoughts out, me being big mad. Y'all just happened to click on it and y'all are feeling some way about it. So yeah, that's what happened with that. And like as I put off videos because of that, but that was stupid. That was very interesting, but hey, I proved a lot of them wrong. Haha. But my final thoughts is just like, it's very interesting because like I was not expecting this anime to turn the way it did, because it just seemed like each episode it tops itself to be like, yo, how bad can we get? And it just like kept going and kept going. Like even if I look at this not comparing it to the manga, like it still is bad in my opinion, because like it rushes too fast and not a lot of stuff is explained. Because like if you go from season one was super detailed, a lot of stuff was explained, and like they followed the manga amazingly. But you go to season 2, even though it's not following the manga and it's doing like putting stuff from the manga in different orders and all that, it's still a lot of stuff that's left on the table unexplained, and they just put stuff in there for like no reason. It was just like weird, and I was like, why are they doing that? Because like it made no sense from a story perspective, like the stuff they did, because it wasn't really adding up a lot of it. And I was just always looking at like, why are they doing this? It's just being super stupid, especially like blowing up the shelter, and then you get a time skip, then you meet Norman, then Norman wants to destroy this village, but then you go all the way to the last episode and they end up going to the capital anyway. And I was like, what was the point of any of that? It was like, this is stupid, bro. I was like, it's very stupid. So it's just like that anime was just like, I don't know, that season was weird, bro. Super weird. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I should have. The only reason I enjoyed it, bro, I look back at it, bro, that shit was funny, bro. A lot of that shit was funny. Sometimes the animation would be wonky, but if you just look at it as a comedy, bro, that shit is funny, because it's just like, bro, they're going super fast. They should have added the Sonic music, that like Sonic X music every time, each episode. That shit would have been funny, because like it went way too fast, especially during that panel. Yo, somebody should add the Sonic music to that panel and be like, gotta go fast. Yeah, that shit would be funny. But this season was just like, it's like, like I can't even express into words like how just this season made me feel, because I was just pissed about it. It was like a waste of time. Like it was very disrespectful what they did to the source material. For all the anime onlys that enjoyed it, bro, the reason why we're big mad is because like it was very disrespectful to the manga. Like, that shit was very disrespectful. What they did was super disrespectful. Like, why did they think that was cool to do? Especially when you literally had a chance to make a season 3 and they put it into a slideshow, and that shit was very disrespectful because like it showed so much stuff that actually could have been something. I still think they should have ended the manga when they literally went to that tree party and they could have saw something. Then we could have got a season 3 that could have been all Goldie Pond, but I don't know. And it's like, why were they so scared to use guns? It's like, I guess their budget could have been small and that's why, but it's like this other anime where kids use guns and all that. It was just like weird. It's like, yeah, they could have used guns, but they didn't. And it's like, it would have been so much better. Like, you know how much bread they could have like made? Because this would have got more seasons. And yes, I know anime only makes money off of their merchandise, stuff like that, but still, I mean, they're making a lot of money now because, you know, so many people buying the manga, and I still feel like this anime was just one. They just pushed this anime just to push the manga. So many people have picked up the manga now because how bad this has been, like how bad that season was. So that shit was very interesting. I mean, I still think it's like, it was good because like, you gotta remember, like, I still think it was just a good thing that it happened to be bad, because that's the reason why I'm making videos now about it, and I've made videos, so that's why I think about it like that. But still, the season was like, man, I didn't need it. I wish it didn't happen. I wish we could forget about it and it never happened at all, and just like, it's like stupid. Like, why did they have to do this? Why they, if Cloverwork, if y'all ever see this, bro, please don't ever do this again, bro. Don't ever do this to an anime again. I'm pretty sure Shonen Jump is not going to give y'all no more anime, because y'all just ruined they bag, and you know Shonen Jump's mad about that, because this is one of their big properties. This could have got a movie, because you already see Jujutsu Kaisen's getting a movie, and Demon Slayer got a movie. This could have got a movie, but hey, oh well, hey. And also, Goldie Pond could have been in the movie. That's the crazy thing, but oh well, hey, they missing out on the bag now. But the season was a disappointment. I never want to hear about the season. Season 2 never happened. It never happened at all. Never. It never happened at all. But I have nothing else I can say about this season, because I'm just very disappointed, pissed off. I'm done with this stupid season. It never happened. Season 1 was so good, and then they just threw season 2 in the dumpster and just said, here, do something. I could have made a better season 2 than what they made. That's the crazy. It's like, bro, what did they do? It's like, I know like animation studios and stuff, they go through a lot of hard work and all that, but it's like, bro, I'm sorry, I can't accept that with what they did, because like, you got one hand, you have Wonder 8 Priority, looks amazing, then you have the shit show, which is season 2, and it's just like, but yeah, hey, I'm done talking about Promised Neverland unless something big happens. And let me know in the comments how you feel about season 2, or do you wish it never happened? What is your reason why you think the anime was trash, and like why you think it happened? Do you think it was like because of the state of the world we're in? Do you think it's because they didn't have a budget? Just let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed, you can like. If you didn't enjoy, you can dislike. If you really enjoy, you subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. Leave a comment if you want. And yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully we never have to talk about the Promised Neverland season 2 ever again, unless we get a real season 2. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.